Well, sometimes what happens is people move. I mean, we're a transient society. People will move and they'll say, look, I got this letter and I didn't even know I had an issue. Well, it turns out when they filed their return, it wasn't done correctly. Maybe they left some income off. Maybe they took a deduction that they weren't entitled to. Maybe they had a bad tax return prepared or something like that. And the IRS sent a notice and so forth. They said, I didn't get anything for 3 years. I said, well, your address is 123 Elm Street. How long have you been there? Well, I've been there for a year. I said, well, where did you live when you filed your return? I lived over Pine Street or whatever. I say, well, did you do a separate change of address notice with the IRS, or did your tax return have your new address? He said, well, actually, my accountant used my old address. I said, listen, they sent notices to that old address, a bunch of them, but they're generally not going to forward. IRS letters don't generally have that yellow forwarding sticker. So it's possible that you've been accruing penalty and interest on a debt you weren't even aware of. And he said, well, if I'd have known it back then, I would have just paid it because it's clear on its face. I left this income off, or I took a deduction I wasn't entitled to.